Yes, good morning, Manjit. Good morning, Indra. Good morning, Swati. Good morning, Shakti. Good morning, Nyasa. Yes, good morning, Shruti. Okay, without wasting much time, today we will start we will discuss about the coefficient of variation. Okay, another relative measure of dispersion. So it is one another relative measure of dispersion coefficient. Yes, Paramjit, good morning. Coefficient of variation. First of all, we'll directly come to this that who has made this coefficient of variation? Carl Pearson has introduced this coefficient of variation. And what is the formula of this portion? CB, coefficient of variation, is written in short form as CB, which is equals to SD by X bar into 100. What I've told? SD by X bar into 100, which is known as your coefficient of variation. Okay, now we know very nicely this one is the sign of standard deviation, X bar is the sign of arithmetic mean. Now, under this coefficient of variation also, we have individual series, we have discrete series, and we have continuous series. Okay, first we will come to the individual series. As you know, a sum has been given. Calculate coefficient of variation from the following data on marks obtained by 5 students. Use direct method to find SD. Okay, 8, 4, 6, 12, 10. You know very nicely that in individual series always what you have to do, you have to arrange the data under ascending or in ascending order, which they have done. Then we have to use the formula this one. In this formula, what is required? X bar is required, means mean you require, and SD is required. So what is the formula of SD, standard deviation? Root over summation d square by n. So for to find SD, we have to calculate what d. Okay, and X bar equals to what? Summation x by n. So what you have to do? You have to add this x. Then you will get summation x. N, you know how many numbers are there? 5 numbers are there. You have to find out d for SD. What is d? What I have told you under individual series, x minus x bar is d, and x bar you have got 8. Okay, so 4 minus 8, which is minus 4, 6 minus 8, which is minus 2, 8 minus 8, which is 0, 10 minus 8, which is 2, 12 minus 8, which is 4. Then d square, squaring of the d column and adding the total d square column. Priyanshu Singh, yes, good morning. Okay, so adding of the total d square, what you get? Summation d square, which is adding of this d square column, you will get 40. Now come to the formulas. SD is root over summation d square by n. Summation d square you have got 40. So root over 40 by 5, which is root over 8, which is equals to 2.83. Then coefficient of variation, how you find out? SD by x bar into 100, which is equals to 2.83 by 8 into 100, which is equals to 35.37 percentage CV they have got. Coefficient of variation will be always in percentage since you are multiplying with 100, so it is a percentage value it will come. SD is 2.83, x bar you have got 8 into 100, it is going coming 35.37. So this is all about the individual series. Now we come to discrete series. Okay, here we are under discrete series. Sum is given, x is 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, and f is given as 4, 6, 10, 20, 10, 6, 4. Okay, now we have to do it. So here under discrete series, what is the formula of SD? SD equals to root over summation FD square by summation F minus summation FD by summation A whole square. Okay. Okay, now X is given here, F is also given here. It is given in the question only. What you have to do? assumed mean you have to find out first. How many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 plus 1 by 2, n plus 1 by 2, which is 8 by 2, fourth item. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth item is your assumed mean. Keep it as it is. Then we will solve the SD first of all. No, so first of all, to find out SD, you need to find out what D. What is D? D is equals to, yes, Alana Wagner. Who is this person? This is a new student. I have not seen you beforehand. Please reply first. Who are you? What is your original name? If it's you are a new student, then okay. I don't think so. In this situation, you are. Who is this person? Alana Wagner. And if you are coming it in different name, please come with your original name in this class. Who is this person? First reply. Otherwise, I will remove you. Okay, I'm continuing with my teaching for 1 or 2 minutes. I will continue. I will see if you can able to reply that who are you. Okay, if you cannot able to reply, if you don't reply, I'll just remove you after 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, here D is equals to x minus a. Okay, assumed mean I have told you I've got 35. So you can find out D by x minus a by doing this formula. Then FD, you have to find out, multiply F column into D column, you'll find FD. Then D square. What is D square? Just squaring this deviation, this column, each and every digit. Then FD square means multiplying of this F into D square. Then summation of FD square you will get, which is by adding this total column, and summation F adding this total column. Ritesh, good morning. And summation FD adding this total column you will get. Okay. Okay. Then directly put the formula. SD is equals to root over summation FD square by summation F minus summation FD by summation F whole square. Just substitute the values, find out the SD. Now CV, there will be some problem. CV is equals to SD by X bar into 100. SD 15.27 you have got, no problem. But for X bar, you have to find out by using a formula, because here you have find out what assumed mean only, no? Good morning, Sapna. Here you find out assumed mean only. So here X bar is equals to A plus summation FD by summation F equals to 35 plus 0 by 60 is equals to 35. Okay, they have put in the formula, find out. After finding out X bar, you have to find out CV. CV is what? 15.27 by 35 into 100, which is 43.63%. Now we'll come to the continuous series. Here in continuous series, Jasvinder, good morning. Here in continuous series, X value is given, F value is also given, and the ranges are given 100 to 200, 200 to 300, 300 to 400. In this way, ranges are given in X column. Frequencies are given. But in continuous series, I told you have to find out what? The midpoint, you have to find out M. How will find out the midpoint? By adding the range divided by 2, means 100 plus 200 divided by 2, which is your 150 midpoint. After finding out midpoint, you have to find out assumed mean from the midpoint only. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 items are there, odd number. So 5 plus 1 by 2. 6 by 2, third item, 1, 2, 3. So 350 is your assumed mean. After finding 350, find out D, but D formula is equals to, here in continuous series is M minus A. Midpoint minus assumed mean. After finding out D, what you have to find out? D dash. Because the formula of SD under continuous series is what? Root over summation FD dash square by summation F minus summation FD dash by summation F whole square into C. So for this reason only you have to find out D dash. D dash is equals to D by C. C here is 100. How you have got 100? The difference between the range is C, which is 100. So you can easily find out. Then FD dash multiplying F column into D dash column. Then D dash square means squaring this column. Then FD dash square. FD dash square is what? Multiplying F column into D dash square column. Here you will get. After using this, having all the values, put the values on the data, find out SD. CV is equals to SD by X bar into 100. SD by X bar into 100. But students, here X bar is equals to what? A plus summation FD dash by summation F into C. Okay, here, since you have taken assumed mean, that's why for actual mean, you have to use the formula. Summation FD dash by summation F into C. Here assumed mean is 350, FD dash is 62, summation F is 100 into 100. Use the formula, put the value, then put the value of X bar here in CV, you will get the answer. Understood? So this is coefficient of variation under what? Coefficient of variation under individual, okay, discrete continuous series. Then we will come with some properties of standard deviation, which is important, sometimes comes, okay, to prove this one. So the sum of squares of deviation from their arithmetic mean is minimum. You have to show the sum of square of deviation from their arithmetic mean is minimum. Means whenever you will square the deviations, whenever you will square the deviation from their arithmetic mean, it should be the minimum value. So calculate, they have given the sum 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So what you have to find out? Deviation from actual mean you have to find out. Deviation from assumed mean you have to find out. How? X values are given here. You have to find out D. How will you find out D? Under actual mean, X minus X bar. How will you find out X bar? Add the total X, divide by the number of items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will get X bar, the actual mean. You can find out D. Then find out D square, because sum of square of deviation means squaring of this deviation. You have to D square you have to make. So summation D square is how much? 40. You have got from this. Now assumed mean. X is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 plus 1 by 2, which is 6 by 2. Third item, 1, 2, 3. You may take 6, you may take 8. They have taken, actually you should take 6. They have taken 8. So let it be they have taken 8, you can take 6 also. Find out D with the help of that assumed mean only. Then D square. Okay, then add the total D square. See, from actual mean, the sum of square of deviation is minimum compared to the assumed mean. So it is proved. Next property, standard deviation is always greater than mean deviation calculated from arithmetic mean or for a given set of data. For example, now mean deviation is deleted from your syllabus, so I don't think so this type of sum will come. Revise this sum. Coming to the next property, mathematical property of standard deviation is that it is possible to compute combined standard deviation of 2 or more sets of data. So later, what is telling that? Mathematical property of standard deviation, mathematical property of SD is that it is possible to compute combined standard deviation. So mathematical property of standard deviation, it is possible to compute with the help of combined standard deviation of 2 or more sets. If there are more 2, 3, 4 more sets are given to you. So how you will do it? For this, you have to use one formula. What is the formula? What is the formula? SD 1 or 2. I have told you more than one. Combined standard deviation has been 2 or more sets of data. It has been told. I am taking 2 sets. SD of 1 and 2 equals to root over N1 standard deviation 1 square plus N2 standard deviation 2 square plus N1 D1 square plus N2 D2 square by N1 plus N2. Okay, here this is the formula. Now, if the more amount of data are given, you will proceed with this in this manner only. Okay. Now, coming to one sum. It has been given here, find out combined standard deviation from the following data. Okay, series 1, series 2 is given, number of observations are given for series 1, series 2, arithmetic mean is given for series 1 and series 2, standard deviation is given for series 1 and series 2. So, x bar 1 comma 2 is equals to what? N1 x bar 1 plus N2 x bar. So, to find out what? This combined standard deviation, you need to find out the combined mean. What is the formula of combined mean? N1 x bar 1 plus N2 x bar 2 by N1 plus N2. Remember the previous chapter, okay, central tendency, arithmetic mean, that chapter we have done combined mean. X bar is of 1 or 2 sets equals to N1 x bar 1 plus N2 x bar 2 by N1 plus N2. Here, N1, number of observation for series 1, all data are given. Number of observation for series 2 given, that is only N2. Arithmetic mean of 1, 2, both are given. Standard deviation, it is not required here. So, with the help of this data, you can able to find out x bar of 1 and 2 series both. Then use the combined standard mean formula and put the values there. Find out, solve it out, find out, the answer is come. Okay, this is up till this much you will do for measure of central tendency. Now we'll come with the last step, last type or last portion of this chapter, which is your Lorentz curve. What is this Lorentz curve? Lorentz curve, who has introduced the Lorentz curve? Dr. Max O. Lorentz. And what was his intention of doing this one? The Lorentz curve drawn is compared with line of equal distribution. The greater is the distance between the curve and the line of equal distribution, the greater will be the dispersion and vice versa. Means there is one line of equal distribution. How much equally the thing is distributed or not. Okay, now the actual graph, okay, you will draw and you will see that what is the difference between the actual graph which you have or curve which you have drawn with that line of equal distribution. Then you can find out what is the problem there. For example, this is helpful to calculate wealth, profit, salaries of a person. Okay, if line of equal distribution is this one. Okay, here see one sum is given here. Line of equal distribution is shown here in this. But actually in a country, the Lorentz curve is this one. So this gap is the dispersion gap. This gap is the difference between you should be here, but for some reason you are in this curve. So this is the dispersion measure. Okay, there are sums. Let us do one sum. Here income and number of employees. We will now see that how many people are not standing in the line of equal distribution for their income, salary basis. Okay, 0 to 5,000 income, 5 people are getting. In this way, 5,000 to 10,000, 10 people. 10,000 to 20,000, 18 people. 20,000 to 40,000, 10 people. 40,000 to 50,000, 7 people. What you will find out? First of all, income limit. The class intervals are given here. Then midpoints are given here. And what? Midpoints are given here. Midpoints, how they find out? 0 plus 5,000 divided by 2, 2,500. 5,000 plus 10,000 divided by 2, 7,500. So in this way, midpoint they find out. After finding out midpoint, cumulative midpoints are found. What is cumulative midpoint? That cumulative frequency type. First one 2,500, it will be as it is. Then add with 7,500, that 2,500, the answer will be 10,000. Then add 10,000 with 15,000, it is 25,000. Then add 25,000, 30,000, you will get 55,000. Then add 55,000 with 45,000, you will get 1 lakh. That is cumulative midpoint. After getting cumulative midpoint, you have to find out cumulative midpoint percentage. How you find out this cumulative midpoint percentage? Just as of all, you will find out percentage marks for yourself. How you do? 2,500 divided by 1 lakh into 100, 2.5. 10,000 divided by 1 lakh into 100, 10. 25,000 divided by 1 lakh into 100, 25. 55,000 divided by 1 lakh into 100, 55. 1 lakh divided by 1 lakh into 100, which is 100 only. This part is solved. Then, number of employees frequency, this one. Same thing. Number of employees frequency will write. Cumulative frequency will draw how? 5. Then 5 plus 10, 15, 15 plus 18, 33, 33 plus 10, 43, 43 plus 7, 50. After cumulative frequency you have drawn, what you will do? Cumulative frequencies percentage. Means this column percentage you will do. 5 by 50 into 100. 15 by 50 into 100. 33 by 50 into 100, 43 by 50 into 100, 50 by 50 into 100. This is the calculation you need to do. Now what you need to do? The graph you have to draw. Cumulative versus percentage of income. Cumulative percentage of income means cumulative percentage of income. This one you measure in y-axis, and cumulative percentage of cumulative percent of income is this one. Okay, you will measure this here, and cumulative percentage of number of employees. Okay, this one you measure here. Okay, now line of equal distribution is this. Okay, so when cumulative percentage of income is 2.5, okay, how many cumulative? 10 people of cumulative percentage, frequency percentage or cumulative percentage of number of employees is 10. At how much income they are getting? Cumulative percentage, midpoint percentage, how much? 2.5. So at 10, you measure, right? Give a point at 2.5. Then 20. Or not, 30 it is. 30, how many in cumulative percentage income? 10. So at 30, 10. Then 66, how many cumulative percentage income? 25. So at 66, 25. Then 86, 55. 86, 55. Then 100, 100. Then draw the diagram by scale. You just put, you will get the difference of this. This is all about the Lorentz curve. So this much is there in this chapter. Go through this curve. If you face any problem, I am there. You can ask me. Okay. So for today, here only I am ending with this chapter. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.